You know, the whole thing about younger generations, maybe like not being as sharp with math and logic as we were, you know.
Right.
We've got like a whole bunch of news articles, research reports, and the stuff they're finding. Kind of freaky, honestly.
Yeah, it's not just like some random feeling, it's like actual data and stuff. We're talking serious sources like the Wall Street Journal, Newsweek, Vox. They're all saying the same thing. It's a trend.
Oh, yeah. Remember those standardized tests? Like
Yeah.
the SATs, everyone hated them, right?
Yeah.
But scores are like seriously tanking.
Yeah.
And not just here, it's like a worldwide thing. Those
Yeah.
PISA tests, the international ones, same deal. Math skills are going down everywhere.
And the thing is, those scores, they're not just numbers on a page. You know what I mean? Like, this impacts real life. Think about it. If you're struggling with math in high school, how are you going to handle college? And then what about jobs? It's a tech world out there. You got to have those skills.
Totally. It's not about acing test. It's about like basic life stuff.
And that kind of ties into what a lot of the research is saying, like maybe this younger generation, they're just way too dependent on technology for everything, even the little stuff. Maybe all that reliance on gadgets and apps, it's like stopping them from developing those hands-on skills that build your logic.
Okay, so we've got scores dropping, a generation calling electricians to change light bulbs. It's starting to sound kind of doom and gloom, you know. But let's like dig deeper. Let's try to figure out why this is happening. The articles and research are all pointing to the education system itself, especially the way math is being taught.
Right. Like, there's a ton of debate about how we're teaching math. Some people are saying we're focusing way too much on memorizing formulas and doing well in standardized tests. That might actually be hurting their ability to really understand and solve problems.
Oh, like the whole teaching to the test thing.
Exactly. And there was this thing in the New York Post about this new curriculum in New York City, the illustrative mathematics thing.
Right. Yeah.
It was supposed to be all student-centered, all about like discovery, but the results haven't been so great. Some schools, their Algebra 1 pass rates totally crashed.
So it's not just what we teach, but how we teach it.
I mean, the Pew Research Center has some scary stats about how much time kids spend glued to screens. And it's like, all that screen time is messing with their attention spans, making it harder to focus. And you need focus to learn something as hard as math, right?
Big time. And it's not just about attention, right? I think I saw this in Vox. They were saying all this digital stuff is like rewiring our brains or something. Like we're so used to instant answers and info at our fingertips that we're forgetting how to actually think deeply. It's like society as a whole. I mean, a lot of these articles, like the Wall Street Journal, they're freaking out about the economy.
Oh, yeah. Like what happens when you have a workforce that can't do math? The journal said it could like kill innovation. So many fields, healthcare, finance, tech. You need people who can think for themselves, solve tough problems. If we don't have those people, it's bad news for everybody.
Things are looking rough, but there has to be some hope,
Yeah.
right? Didn't Vox have some stuff about like ways to fix this?
Yeah, they did. They talked about these programs to help kids catch up after the pandemic, tutoring, summer school, all those interventions.
Right.
And it's not just about fixing the past, There's a whole movement to make math more fun, like using games and stuff, making it more interactive.
Games. That's awesome. Make it like a video game. Kids will be all over it.
Right. Anything to get them interested. It's about that whole growth mindset thing, helping them believe they can get better.
Hold on. Growth mindset. Everyone keeps saying that. But what does it actually mean? Like in real life?
Oh, for sure. Good question. Basically, it's the opposite of thinking you're either good at math or you're not. Growth mindset is all about believing you can improve no matter what.
Okay, so curriculum, technology, parents, growth mindset. We've hit a lot. But we kind of skimmed over the whole socioeconomic thing, how rich or poor you are, affecting how you learn math.
Yeah, that's a big one. We can't ignore that. The research is super clear. Kids from poor families, they often don't get the same quality math education. I'd say like the biggest thing to remember is this isn't like set in stone, We can actually change things. It's not just doom and gloom. Like as individuals, teachers, parents, as a society, we can actually make a difference. If we recognize the problem like we've been doing and like start thinking differently about math, that's how we change things.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not about giving up. It's about like rolling up our sleeves and doing something. We talked about some big solutions, but what about like everyday people? What can they do right now to make a difference?
Yep. But it's not all on the individual. We also need to fix the system, right? Make sure everyone has a chance to learn.
Yeah, that whole socioeconomic thing.
Exactly. We need like policies that give every student a chance, good teachers, good classes, enough resources. We got to help the kids who need it most. Early childhood education, tutoring, that kind of stuff.
Right.